Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an episode of the Muttlay Krew. Here we are in the Muttlay Krew studios in the Game Room Boulevard. It's looking beautiful tonight.
Did you bring that sign, brother?
She's getting clean tomorrow.
I didn't know who wanted it.
Can I have that sign, please? I might be able to read it properly.
Oh, he didn't pick it up. Straight over him. Ducking and weaving.
Well, if listeners have still got their earbuds, who are you?
My name's Jake! Whoa, another musical in the sides. That even echoed. I think a bit of a vibration there.
I think he hit one of them flute glasses.
There's a bit of tin in the room.
Sorry. My name's Jake, and I'm here with Kyle, Cody. How we doing, lads? On this beautiful wet weather, couple of days, weeks. Fucking over it, to be honest. I've got a little fucking backyard pool going, and I'm sick of the rain.
Yeah, you haven't invited me for a swim once.
How miserable is it?
It's miserable.
And Saturday night, it's just been constant.
I know.
Well, that was a bit heavy today. I was like, shit, I wonder if we're in the
flood
midst of
zone.
some floods. Yeah.
Flood zone.
All right, do you know if your house floods? Like, apart from self-flooding?
If it floods here, mate, we're in a bit of trouble, I think.
Bloody oath.
She's
yeah,
up
that's
the
a true
hill.
point.
My high be under.
It would be.
My tie.
Muay Thai.
Anyway,
We're here to talk Rugby League, round 4 of the National Rugby League, and it is Easter weekend, baby. We are here. It's Easter time. It's a 4-day weekend for nearly 90% of the population. That's probably way wrong, but it is a long weekend. A few public holidays in there. A lot of people are keen, ready for some days off work, some sleeping, some camping, and a lot of Rugby League. We have a Monday game, baby. We have a Thursday game, and we got all the days in between. Fuck yes.
we generally have a Thursday game, though.
But not a Monday game.
Yep.
And a game every day in between.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
That was fucking hot. You just wrecked it with your little shit.
It was hot.
It was.
The Monday part was hot.
Monday to Thursday.
But you
every
made,
game in between. It was hot.
you do it.
It was hot. And you guys just wrecked it with your fucking overcriticalization.
You guys.
What do you fucking...
Sorry.
Why'd you pluralize that? Pluralize the word?
Fuck yeah.
Well, you didn't back me up either, so anyway. Let's start. We'll start where we start most week.
He backed up on you.
With the first game.
The first game.
Nah, fuck it. Why don't we start with Monday?
Start with the Saturday night game, the middle game.
We'll definitely end on Monday because it's a much better game than
Bullshit,
Thursday.
really?
Fuck, how long is this episode going for?
Yeah.
We got the Roosters versus Panthers at SVS. Man, I feel like this game should be fucking top build. Two of the best and informed teams against each other. And unfortunately, we have a short favourite over the 3-time premiers. Wild. But that is because the injuries have hit. No Nathan Cleary. No Sorensen. James Fisher-Harris still out for the Panthers. But then it's not just Panthers. The Roosters, they're missing Lindsay Collins and they're missing Kyle's MVP from last Friday. Sanders Smith is out. But they do get Luke Keary, who some say is much better.
Look, this is going to be very controversial, but I think Sandon Smith missing for the Roosters is more of an impact than Nathan Cleary missing for the Panthers.
I can see Keary now that Smith has gone. It's a bit. I can't believe how. I know Cleary's out and he's a big loss, but Penrith are 8 in a row against the Roosters.
Wow.
Currently,
Yep.
and they lose one player. I know Sorensen, but they've got some good quality players to come in as well. The old, what do you call it? The production line that Penrith is.
It's just the Panthers. We've seen this the last 3 years. They miss some big players. Someone comes in and gets the fucking job done, and they just keep on.
Well, how many times Sorry.
I'm just going to
go on.
retract on your stat. Well, not retract your stat, but I'm just going to counter. I'm going to counter.
You're going to counter
I'm going to
it,
counter your stat because
reverse.
The last time that these two teams played at Allianz, Roosters won 32-6.
What, back in 1983?
2015. That was the last time they played at Allianz.
Trelliance.
Yeah. So, I was having a look at the history and I was like, fuck, we haven't been Penrith for a while.
But it's happened before where, Cleary gets suspended or the hamstring. Every year he's having, 4 to 5 weeks off and everyone goes, they might dip here, and they play just as good. Same game plan. You still got Yo, you still got Kenny, you still got all the people around it just doing their job. Dylan Edwards, the outside backs.
And the half that comes in for either Luai or Cleary, it doesn't matter which one's missing, just seems to be able to do a thing.
It's going to be Panthers. Their recruiting strategy, it's so good. Like, they get these fringies that aren't making it in teams, but they've played 10 or 20 NRL games, so they sort of know what they're doing. There's never really a brand new rookie young fella come in. It was Cogger last year. The year before that, it was Sean O'Sullivan. And now they've got Brad Schneider in, who played for the Raiders and looked pretty good for them. So I think he's going to be able to do the job. It's pretty crazy how Penrith do this, I feel.
It's also just their system.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
it's the same as what they're starting to get to the point now with their systems and what they've got in place, like Melbourne. The amount of people that go down to Melbourne and you think, why have they signed them?
It's something
and then
they
just absolutely take leaps and bounds because their system and the work ethic down there is so good. Whereas the Panthers are now getting to that, where any player that goes there, they just buy into the culture, and just
because
perform.
Like you said, Sean O'Sullivan. Look at him at the Dolphins.
Can't even get it running the team.
He got
every
dropped.
week. Yeah.
So I don't think it's necessarily player. They obviously picked the right player to fit the system that they've got down there. But you see,
they just set them up for success as well.
Yep.
Like that, you wouldn't have to think in a machine like that. You're not going to have to come in and be a world beater. You just come in, do your job. What do you need me to do?
Yeah,
pass the ball, run a couple of plays, kick in the corners. Sweet, gotcha.
Yeah,
the boys will do the rest.
Awesome, but still, yeah, it's gonna be a sick matchup. There's still the back fives are fucking hot to trot. The Teddy Edwards, Tupu, Taruva, Swali Targo, Manu May, Young Toa. It's hot. I can't wait for that. Shout out to Maverick Guy making his debut for Rugby League. That's pretty cool. Bit of Rugby League pedigree in that name, so pretty cool. But yeah, anything else for you, Kyle? Any last days about your mighty Roosters?
Look, I'm hoping Kiri proves me wrong. I think this is going to be a fucking ripper game still. I think we should get the job done. You can never write off Penrith, and I'm hoping that the Roosters don't take it easy after what they did to South last week, and then with Cleary and Sorensen being out, that they go, oh, we could probably... They shouldn't, because they're the three-time premiership
Yeah, they think
winners.
the Panthers are going to show up like Rabbitohs.
But I'm sure there's been plenty of discussions in the camp about how we haven't beaten them for about 4,000 years. So I think they're going to come out, and it's just whether their attack can continue to click.
Sweet.
With Kiri at the half. But obviously I'm tipping the Roosters.
Yeah, you're on the Roosters. Who are you taking, Jake?
I'm tipping Panthers. I find it so hard to tip against them no matter what, really.
Yeah, I know.
And I think they love that underdog tag too, I'm not going to lie. Especially for that first game after they lose an injury. And
I'm scared at how...
I don't know. How can they love an underdog tag? I can't remember last time they're underdog.
Whenever they have Cleary missing or Luai missing.
I'm still pretty sure they're favourites.
I'm pretty sure they're most times favourites. I reckon this is the longest... I reckon I could confidently say this is probably one of the longest odds they've been in the last 3 years. To be that far out is ridiculous. And I mean, I've been tossing and turning on this one all day because, like you said, you can't write off the Panthers, but the Roosters, they did look real good last week.
If the Roosters play like they did last week, we'll win.
Chance.
We'll win. Easy.
The game before, they're just looking real good to start the season, like real hot.
No, they look terrible against Manly.
Nah, it was terrible.
But I think this is a game. I'll be tipping the Penrith. Nah, I'm tipping the Panthers. Oh, that's right. We've got the old from last year. If you tip the draw and get it, double points. I don't think this one will be a draw. I just think they're just going to click back into their structure. Isaiah Yeo is going to take over as a bit of ball playing, take some pressure off Schneider. Luai hasn't stood up yet this year. Luai is going to do his job, I reckon.
Sweet.
I'm going to take Panthers in a close one.
Kyle's going to take lead of the tipping comp after Thursday night.
Let's get to Good Friday, baby.
Yeah, and then crumble the rest of the weekend.
We've got a Good Friday clash, and we've got the good old rivalry of Good Friday, the Dogs versus the Rabbitohs. Lovely 4 o'clock kickoff in Queensland. Great time to watch Rugby League on a Good Friday. And I think this game, even though the Rabbitohs are looking hopeless, I think this game is going to be a really good game. It's shaping up to be a great game. Always, last few years, it's been really close. There's a bit of fever, a bit of flavour. There's always usually a good crowd there. And the Rabbitohs have gotta be desperate in this game. They have to be. Even though you would think against Roosters they would have been desperate, but they weren't. I feel like they have to be in this game.
Just for you guys playing at home, the game actually starts at 3:05. Just in case you get home a bit late.
4 o'clock New South Wales time. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, you've nailed that.
Yeah, but we're in Queensland, my boy.
Fight.
Yeah. I don't know, hey. Like, if you're not going to fucking step up for a game against your ass rival, there's a lot of worrying signs at South. But at the same time, I would not be surprised if they absolutely tear the Dogs to shreds.
Mate, just to tack on to last week, South Sydney the same.
No
They're
changes.
now 7 in a row. Losses in Sydney. One more than last week.
No changes with both these teams. Pretty much the same. I'm not sure where to go. I'm going with the Rabbitohs though, because like I said, I think they're going to be more desperate, and I'm still not convinced the Bulldogs are any good at all.
No changes.
No changes.
No
They
good.
dropped Savili Havili. He gone.
Oh,
Cook's back in the starting side.
That's not really a change, but yes, okay.
Well, he got dropped out of the side completely. That's not a change. He started for them last
I
week,
don't
and now he's
count
not playing at all.
reserves changing, mate.
He started last
he
week.
started just off the bench.
He also
He started the game. Cook come off the bench.
and the two tries against the Broncos after half time, he set up the first one and scored the second.
Yeah, I thought it was a big call to drop him.
Yeah.
Just completely gone.
Well, I don't think it should be.
Kepi's been dropped. He's out of the team completely.
Yeah,
He was a
reserve.
starter.
I don't count reserves, mate.
Anyway, back
They're all
on
looking
the-
like reserves, really.
This bloke over here.
Look, for me, I like to base my tips purely on defense, and Rabbitohs have not shown a shred of defense this season, and the Bulldogs have. So I'm taking the Dogs.
I'm actually with you because I just fuck South Sydney.
But like at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we watched on Friday and South put 50 on them.
That's the worst thing because the way they're playing right now, they get dusted by every team. But they're also a team that you know how much talent they do have that they could just turn it on and put 50 on a team.
Yep.
And I think Good Friday, it could happen.
Nah, mate, nah.
Anyway, should be a good game.
Have a dog's not get him.
Now let's get to another great game. We got the mighty Queensland 4 Oaks Derby. We got the Broncos vs Cowboys at Suncorp. Another game though that has been tarnished by injuries, unfortunately. The Broncos are missing Walsh, Haas, and Piakura. They do get their little General Reynolds back though, so that is very good for them and their team. The Cowboys, they're pretty much.
Taylor into fullback, which is good. Pushes Cobbo back to the centres.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. I really hope just the weather is good. It gets better. I don't want it to be a raining game. I just feel like if it's dry and fast, it'll be even a hotter game to watch.
And they've finally done what we've been asking for all year. Tapa'u has been relegated to the reserves. And Willison is in.
Nice.
Willis in.
Willison. Do you reckon he gets... Nah, he won't go to the starting side, do you reckon?
Nah, they've got some
Never.
rando in there, don't they?
We got Jaden Hunt.
Yeah,
Main
where's
edge.
he come from?
So they must see Williamson as
he used to play for... He come from the Dragons, wasn't he? That's that one?
Or Rabbitoh?
No idea.
Yeah, I think
So they must see him as a middle. Like I feel like if they saw him as a starting edge, they would get him in.
Even though it looked like at the back end of who did they verse last week? Penrith. At the back end of that game, when he come back on in the last 15, it did look like he went to the edge. And he made a line break. He looked fucking good.
I think they
in
had
that
to put him
short
out.
time.
I think they had to put him on the edge.
So I wouldn't be surprised
He did
if
look pretty good in a bit of space.
Well, he's a big body and he looks pretty agile. So I wouldn't be surprised if he plays a little bit of time on the edge at some point during this game. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we've got Broncos at 8 of their last 9 in Queensland, which, I mean, that's just their last 9 games because they don't leave Queensland.
Especially when they're versing the Cowboys.
Yeah. Bloody oath. Cowboys, they're sitting first. They're looking real good. Everyone's starting to fire. But just the Broncos at home, like at Suncorp, they got Reynolds back, so they'll have a little bit more control. I feel like adding Sailor out the back and putting Cobbo back in the centres just normalises everything in defence. And like I was saying last week before Walsh went down, I feel like their defence is good enough to withstand any attack. So I will be backing the Broncos.
I'm going to throw a little... Now, you're probably not expecting this.
Do it, I dare you, I double dare you.
But I'm with Cody.
Whoa.
I'm taking the Bronx.
I thought you were going to back a draw because like 15 of their last 20 have been fucking gone.
I thought about it. This is going to be a fucking red hot game.
It always is, man.
I know.
Always is.
I know that the Broncos are missing Payne Haas and their main engine, but getting Reynolds back will be just enough. Because defensively, they did look terrible against the Panthers there for a bit. They look like anything could run through them.
It's the same as that first game. As soon as they have to make changes, they're not very good at adapting. But if you can just keep them how they are.
So basically what you're saying, to beat the Broncos comfortably every time, just take out their edge.
Just headbutt the fucking fullback.
That would help.
But I think, defensively they're enough to hold into this game, and I still do not rate the Cowboys just yet. Like, they've looked electric, but they haven't versed some outstanding defenses, so they're going to get really found out in their attack, I think, this week. Or not found out, but more, they're going to be able to actually assert themselves as an attacking weapon if they can actually put some points on this Broncos side.
I feel like you're contradicting yourself a bit, boys. I think you've been saying that Broncos defense has been a bit how you going, and I think the Cowboys have got the best attack so far.
No.
Did you listen to what we said?
Yeah, I did.
We said because they've had positional changes, their defense has been weakened. The 2 games that they've had to move a back row into the centres, they've lost. The game that they won, their full back line was healthy. That's why.
Maybe.
So that's because
I don't think one position makes your whole defense a bit shaky.
Oh, fullback is a big position in defense. It organises it.
Okay.
I don't think he knows how footy works.
Yeah.
You can tell he's never played this.
Yeah, if he was a back row going out in the centres, mate, that's just easy. Could you imagine being a big bopper like yourself and then coming up against fucking Val Holmes?
Could you imagine could you imagine you trying to probably tackle Nick? If Nick was about 25 kilos bigger. But with the same speed.
Yeah.
It's completely fucking hard.
Anyway, so we were contradicting ourselves.
I think so.
Yeah, continue, because he's obviously taking the Cowboys.
And I'm just not going to tip the Broncos when I think they're missing their 2 best players in their whole team against a Cowboys.
No, Reynolds is back.
Yeah, I rate Haas and Walsh over Reynolds for sure. So I'm tipping the Cowboys. Definitely. Pumping.
Me and you
Broncos.
pump this bloke.
We should go to the game on Friday.
I'm going. Pretty sure I'm going.
Oh, mad invite.
Oh, yeah, no
I
worries,
think I
brother.
got some tickets on the slide.
Do you reckon you get some more?
On the slide. Not on the sly or on the side.
On the
slide.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's keep this rolling.
I think I'm going. If it's fucking not raining. If it's raining, I'm so not going. Fuck that. Let's go next game Saturday. We're going to Easter Saturday, baby. It is official public holiday now. If it wasn't for a little while. I'm not sure. But it is a public holiday now. We have Dragons versus Manly.
On the Saturday?
Yeah, it is. On the Saturday. It's a public holiday now.
Really?
That's the lingo I've heard from everyone. Saying public holiday rates on Saturday for everyone working.
But they already get higher rates on a Saturday.
Yeah, but now they're getting proper higher rates because it's a public holiday.
But any public holidays that fall on a weekend go to a
Monday.
I thought you got like Sundays on a public holiday.
No. If New Year's is on a Saturday, you get the day off on the Monday. If Christmas is on the Saturday, you get the day off on the Monday.
But
now we're having different conversations, right?
No, but
that's the same thing. It's a public holiday. If it's a public holiday on a weekend, you get the weekdays off. So if it's Christmas, Boxing Day on a Saturday, Sunday,
anyway,
you get the Monday, Tuesday.
We're having a different argument right now. Having a different argument. Different conversation.
You want to say it again?
Dragons and Manly at the Gong.
You're just contradicting yourself.
Down at Wollongong. Can the Dragons bounce back at all? I don't think they can for a win. I think they will have a better performance, but I cannot see anything more than Manly bumping here.
But contradicting yourself here, because a better performance from the Dragons, they scored 20 or 18 points in 19 minutes, mate.
Yeah, against your fucking really strong defensive
I don't know if you know, but
team.
football goes for 80 minutes, blokes. I know you guys don't understand
football.
football.
But if they're going to play better,
but
if they're going to play better, they're going to score 30 and 25.
And Manly going to score 50 this game, so that's not going to fucking help them.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear some Dragons chat, but I can't see them doing much against this team. Manly looking really good. They're going to be even stinging after losing to Parramatta, so I think they're going to be even flying more.
Well,
day football just suits Manly. Nah, I would love Dragons to somehow win and upset Manly because I hate Manly. But
just a little stat for you.
I like it.
The Dragons have won the last 4 out of 5 when at the home team against Manly.
They're also 10 in a row losing against teams higher than them on the ladder. So just everyone.
No, South's the last.
Yeah.
I love that. Someone screenshot that ladder so I can keep it.
I'm tipping Manly, boys.
I'm also going Manly.
Yeah, I'll be on Manly. Can't go.
You got to have some balls of steel to take the Dogs. Dragons. Yeah, right.
Damn, son.
Next game, we're going to Gold Coast. We have the coasty battle of the coast of Queensland. We got the Gold Coast Titans versus the Dolphins of the Sunshine Coast Shire, sort of thing.
Redcliffe.
Another game that I'm like, I don't know what is going to happen here. Gold Coast. What? A few changes here. Tino is out.
Do you not know what's going to happen here?
No, I don't. I've got no idea.
Do you think the Titans actually have a chance?
Yes. Yeah. Dolphins had one good game. They just had a bye.
Technically, there is
Campbell's
never
in.
no chance.
Okay, so
Jaden Campbell's in. Fafita could be in.
both of these teams are both versus the Dragons.
Mate, I don't play those games. Round the clock, this team beat that team, that team, that team.
And you don't rate the Bulldogs, and they didn't score a point and let in 32.
Yeah, they lost Tino. They were just spiritually hurt.
He's still out.
Yeah, but that game, like it happened. That game was like that shutter. It's like that. Now they know he's out. They can grow that shield of Gold Coast up again. And
yeah, because it wasn't like they were already down by 16 points.
Just to add to that too, the Gold Coast have lost 9 out of the last 10 matches at Seabus Superstar.
That's a good fortress there, baby.
Yeah, so they're in good form, and the Finns are up, baby. The Finns are up.
Like, I know it's sport, and the whole joy of sport is that anything can happen, but the moons, the planets, the crystals, everything's going to have to align for the Titans to get a dub here. Unless, for some reason, the Dolphins played like they did in week 1.
Exactly.
And even then, I still think the Dolphins are going to win.
Exactly. The
fact that the Dolphins are $1.70 is fucking unreal to me.
Yeah, wow.
There must be something that the bookies know that we don't.
And that usually is the case.
I'll be taking the Dolphins by 1,000.
Yeah, 13 plus Dolphins.
And if you listen to our little betting segment, our little betting podcast, you'll hear a few fucking red hot tips coming from me for that game.
Yeah, Dolphins win.
All on black, baby.
Sorry, Gold Coast user.
Jeez, you've just changed the tune real quick there. I don't know.
You're
I don't know what's
contradicting, eh?
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in this game. Yeah, Dolphins are going to win big
by a massive amount.
Yeah, you guys convinced me. Listen to your chats. Yep, convinced me.
All right,
Let's go Sunday, baby. Match of the round. Match of the round.
Yeah.
Match of the round. Across the ditch over in Kiwi land.
Yeah, wait up, Kyle.
We're talking about the Wires, so I'll come back.
Over in Kiwi land, we got the New Zealand Warriors versus Newcastle Knights. Two teams coming off some hard-fought victories, looking ready to raring to go to try to get that 2 in a row. It's a tough game to pick, boys. Tough game to pick, I believe. I think it's going to be close. It could go...
Nah, mate. If it was in Australia, you could be within a chance. But the old Newcastle have lost 8 out of their last 9 matches in New Zealand.
Ouch.
They don't travel well. It's because they'd rather be going to Bali.
But the one game we did beat them...
So one of the last 9?
yeah.
If I'm
was in New Zealand.
Sure, would be the last game we versed them, and that was in a semi-final in New Zealand. So I'll take that. I know we got pumped by them by 30 points. That's right.
But I was going to say they knocked you out of the comp.
The Wars have made a big positional change, so they now have the best fullback on field.
I know. I'm like...
In RTS, they've gone to their 3rd string fullback, RTS, Dally M fullback of the year.
And of course, it's against my Newcastle Knights, which is
your 3rd option at fullback is RTS.
Come on, RTS, Kenya. Yeah, right, boys.
And then for Newcastle, we're missing our front row forward. Leo Thompson's been suspended, which I think is a bit rough. I do think that means Frizzell might play some minutes in the middle, which I think is a good thing. And we'll see Dylan Lucas or Brody Jones. It looks like Dylan Lucas got dropped, which I'm very confused about. And Brody Jones came onto the bench. I rate Jones too, but yeah. Kai Pearce-Paul's looking really good, so I'm hoping he gets another good 80 minutes into him, and I think we'll see some more big things.
Croker will probably go into the front row, into the middle there.
Yeah.
With Hetherington. You got 3 fronties there.
Yeah,
or middles.
I just think Frizzell can do a lot more in the middle there. Or 13. And then I think Brayley, after second game in, I reckon he'll be up to closer to 40 minutes this game, and I think that's going to help us service-wise, defense-wise, and composure. But
are you trying to talk yourself into convincing? Or
yeah,
are you trying to convince yourself as to why you've tipped Knights?
No, I'm tipping Knights because I think we can win. But I'm just tipping, letting you know, guys, why Newcastle could win this game. Because not many believers out there.
Not will.
Like I'm not going to lie. This is tough because neither team have played well this year. But the Warriors, to me, are still the better team. And I think they're in a better position for things to click.
They're both only 1 from 3, but the Warriors have played a lot better in their losses than what the Knights did.
Like,
The Knights are starting to find their feet, and they definitely did play better last week. But the Warriors have consistently been the better team this year. They're just unlucky with a couple of losses. Like one of them they lost in the last 10 seconds.
Well, you take out that last 5 minutes of the Storm and they win.
Yeah. And even
which
their
obviously
first
you
game
can't do. And then even in the Sharks, against the Sharks in round 1, first 20 minutes looks like they look like they were going to pump them. And then they just, I don't know, forgot how to attack.
Yeah, just
the Knights have
first
just
round
looked,
jitters.
The Knights have not looked good at any point. Maybe for about 40 minutes against the Cowboys.
The first half against Melbourne, we looked good, mate.
And just to
calm down.
Just a little thing that I noticed, how it's funny how like there's just levels to the game, and just in sport in general. Jackson Hastings gets dropped, goes back to New South Wales Cup and just casual five try assists.
Holy shit! I didn't know that.
Like I seen the stats on it, and I was just like, how crazy! Like no good, but goes back and just carves up.
Yeah, Knights take a gamble and it's not going to pay off.
Whoa!
I sort of hate it because I feel like we can't get him back in the team automatically.
You can, you just get rid of gamble.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen unless we start losing again, which is a bad thing. But I think you
didn't
back in our team.
Yeah, well, your losing streak will start from this week because I'm tipping the Warriors.
I am tipping the Warriors.
Tipping Newcastle, baby.
Well, yeah, we know. You just spent the last 20 minutes trying to convince us.
Convincing yourself.
Well, yeah, convincing
yourself. I feel like that was a
True.
conversation with yourself
Definitely
and not
not.
us.
Yeah, he wrote down dot points. He's got a pros and cons list about the Knights, and he had more cons, so he's like, I can't have that. So he just added more things. Next game.
Bullshit. Up the Knights. Sunday afternoon, baby. Sharks versus Raiders at the Bermuda Triangle Shark Park. And man, the Sharks, 3 forwards out injured. Nikora still out. They're losing some forwards here.
Hines coming off a terrible performance.
Fucking oath. Talakai into the second row, which
Still leading Dally M's.
will do all right. But I don't like how that's gonna. That edge has been going so good at Talakai at centre, but he's got to do it, I guess. I don't know how the Sharks is $1.50 in this game. Like,
I don't know how they're nearly $1 favourite.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, but that's because no one rates the Raiders. Not this bloke.
Sitting third. Yeah, I'm on them. I've tipped the Raiders.
Yeah, but the way they put in against the Tigers last week, and I know you can't just go off 1 week's performance because the last 2 weeks they have defended very well, but the Raiders have shown already in the first 3 weeks this season that they're able to get teams to come to their level. And I feel like if the Sharks go to their level, it's not going to be pretty for the Sharks.
And they've got the absolute, like they are a down in the slums, bash you up, just simple footy, high completion rate, and we'll just come over you in the end. And they have the perfect like tip sheet from last week. If they watch the way the Tigers went about it, just put mad pressure on Hines, just defense up in their face, put pressure on them, put scoreboard pressure on them, and they'll just crumble. It's the first time the Tigers have had proper, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Pressure on them for like a full 80 minutes, and they couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
you need to be on them. Like if you give them any sort of space, they'd have the team to do you. But if you're just on them and you're on your game that whole 80 minutes, which the Raiders can be.
Yeah, and as I said, the Raiders showed this season they're not going to let teams play their style. So I think this is Raiders win.
Absolutely.
I don't know why. I don't even like the Sharks. I don't think they're going to... I don't rate them, but I think they're going to win this game. I'm tipping the Sharks. I just feel like they're going to have that bounce back. And I guess Hines is a great player, and I think he will not have another bad game. And I think if he has a good game, he can beat this Raiders team.
Wait, can you stop sucking him off? You're such a dick rider, bro. Why do you always talk about Hines?
You
always talk about Hines. Such a dick rider.
So Hines that's why he's at top of Dally M chart.
That's probably the first positive thing I've said about him all year.
The first 2 games we say he's had really good games, and you're just like, stop dick riding.
Oh, here we go.
He's come off a really shit game, and now you're dick riding.
I'm saying I don't think he'll have another bad game.
You just said he's a really, really good player.
Because, fuck off. I don't know why, but I'm tipping the Sharks.
Bro, you're so contradicting in this episode.
I think we all are. It's really annoying me. And I'm sort of more happy with that tip of the Sharks that you guys have both gone the Raiders. I like that. Lock that in.
Yeah, it makes me happy too because you're losing.
Yeah, you could be behind by about 10 after this round.
And anyway, let's get to it. There is a Monday game, boys. It's Easter Monday, if I haven't already told you.
Bullshit. You didn't say that at the start of the episode.
Lucky it's in the afternoon because April Fools, you know what I mean? Anything could happen. Fucking hell.
Is it the 1st of April that day?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, mate, do you look at it?
No, I've got
It's,
notes.
5 p.m. Queensland time.
Is it really?
No.
It's 3 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, you didn't have the time in your notes.
No, I don't. We got the Eels versus the Tigers. If I haven't already said that.
You just type it all in.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so instead of opening one little thing, he just types out the entire...
Yeah, just types out
He's
the entire
typed out the
draw.
team list too.
If you just want to do this, you can do it.
It's so hot.
Nah, I don't want to do it because I wouldn't type it. I just read it.
Just screenshot it, rather.
It's not a smooth, baby. You need that transition.
It's not.
Anyway, we got the...
Yeah, because this was
I'm
such
so
a smooth. This was such a smooth transition into this game, wasn't it?
Anyway, Eels versus Tigers at Combank Stadium. What a great game we got here. A few changes here, Parramatta. They've been hit a bit by the injury as well.
Nah, it's just the reserves. They don't matter.
Mitchell Moses, big reserve out.
Fractured foot. Where'd that come from?
When he kicked the ball into the stadium.
I did see him limping, but I thought it must have been for his groin. I'm like, oh, he's bunging it on here a bit.
And there was massive news. Cartwright was out too, but he's been named to start, so I'm not sure what's to go there, but looks like he's in.
Fake news, mate.
They said either it's the reports are wrong or he's going to be playing through some immense pain.
And have massive needles going in.
Olam's going to just come in and jam him straight under that rib.
They do get Marco Sivo back from suspension, so that's a great. It's going to help.
Dead set thought you were having a stroke.
I forgot the
The
word.
left side of his face started dropping.
Forgot the word.
I was halfway through 000.
So that's going to really help them coming out of trouble and just try scoring ability. It's going to be great to see the young Blaze Talangi play 5'8". It's going to be pretty hot to see.
It'll be interesting to see the confidence that he has. See how differently Brown plays playing halfback. Whether that does change his game at all.
I no lie, I do think this is the game of the week, though. I feel like this is the closest matchup.
The third game of the week.
I think this one's the closest one that's like could go either way. Should be a great game, I hope.
Parramatta are 9 from 10
Oh,
against West Tigers, but you can't really go off the West Tigers' previous
it's on the
performances
same
because they're
team.
coming off a couple of spoons.
but yeah, Tigers pretty much the same team as last week, which I think's really good for them. Try to get some keep rolling.
Fluidity.
Keep rolling. Boys, who you got and any other takes on?
Look,
struggling.
this seems to be a bit of a week of upsets for me because I am taking the Tigers.
I'm
just
on
think
the Tigers as well.
I just think the loss of Moses might be a bit too much, and I think the Tigers forwards are going to step up and really bring it because I think it's been mentioned before on multiple areas and platforms and stuff like that when the Eels fronties and their forward pack isn't moving forward, the halves don't create anything at all. So I think if the Tigers stop those fronties up front, they will get the dub.
And I think Eels, nearly every year, probably the last 2 or 3, I feel like they're not finishing high enough on the ladder because they're losing these sort of games. They're losing to, those sort of considered bottom tier teams. Like they beat Penrith like 2022, 2023, both times. They'll beat the Broncos, who were like last year, who were, arguably one of the best teams.
Beat the Storm.
They'll knock off all these tough teams, and then they'll come away to a game like this, and it's like they get complacent, and they'll drop games like this. And if we, like Jake says, how we like to go off previous games this year, Eels, I don't think have put a full 80-minute performance in. They're up and down. Like against Manly last week, it was all Manly, then all Parramatta, and then Manly again, and then Parramatta, and then Manly at the end for like that late try. Tigers last week, that was a full 80-minute performance. They killed it from start to finish, and the Eels are in and out. So I feel like if they can carry that into this week, I reckon the Tigers are going to put them to the sword. Their forwards are firing, like Otukamanu and all that are just killing it. I reckon they're going to come away. But Appy's in good form. He had gastro last week and did what he did. Imagine what he's going to do. Fully healthy.
And like Galvin for president.
He's going to be more settled. Buller, Caesar in there. They've been training the full week in there. They're loving it.
I think, Caesar at halfback.
I love this, boys. I love it. I'm with you. I'm tipping the Tigers too.
I changed my tip.
Yeah.
And I bet you we're just walking.
I reckon the Tigers are going to lose, actually.
The Tigers are going to do it. They're going to disappoint us. I'm just got a feeling they're going to disappoint us all. We've tipped them all. We're on the train. We think they're playing good. They're going to come to this game and play shit. but I'm tipping
You
the
fucking
Tigers.
take that back.
Oh, I just got a bad feeling. Now we're all tipping them. We're all getting excited by them. I feel like they've done this once or twice the last 3 years. They had that one game. They're like, oh yeah, they're looking good again, and then they cannot do it
Someone
again.
say the Doggies of 2023.
Oh, the Doggies beat Storm that round 2, whatever it was.
No, I'm talking about how the Tigers put 60 on them last year.
Oh, okay, that game
So
there.
they're going to put 60 on the Eels. 50 plus, baby.
Yeah, I'm tipping Tigers too, and I hope they play well and get a win. And yeah, that's the round, baby. I feel like we've got some good tips here. It's going to be jumbly,
Bubbly.
and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, everyone enjoy your Easter. Have some chalky, watch some footy, spend
Stay
some time with the
filthy.
family,
And get a couple of avocado seeds up your ass.
and a dog up ya.